Welcome to Beyond the Headlines on the WMBD Plus app, where we break down today's local news stories with our very own reporters. I'm Brianna Rittman.
And I'm Jack Wozikis. Today we are talking about a special Christmas fundraiser put on by OSF Healthcare and a local radio station. Then a popular chain coffee shop is setting up shop in the Twin Cities. We'll let you know how it's impacting the local economy.
And lastly, we see how Santa spends some time on a train making stops across the way to drop off some holiday cheer. But our first story of the day puts Jack in the hot seat. The 25th annual Drive for Miracles Radiothon just wrapped up a few minutes ago. OSF Healthcare and the Drive worked together to bring some holiday cheer for the young patients at the Children's Hospital of Illinois. Plus, there's a special event going on at the same time called Holiday Express for the kids. So, Jack, you went to the event earlier today. Explain more about the Radiothon and Holiday Express.
Yeah, so the Radiothon, it's their 25th anniversary of doing it. They've done it for 25 years now, and it's, it is what it sounds like. It's a Radiothon. People could call in and donate, and all the money, all the proceeds goes towards, life-saving services and programs and the work that they're doing over at OSF Children's Hospital. So it's pretty incredible. I know over that 25 years that they've been doing it, they've raised more than $3 million.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, pretty awesome event.
Now, how does this help the kids?
Yeah, so all the money raised goes towards OSF Children's Hospital, and like I said, it pays for, life-saving surgeries and the programs that they have, but also the Holiday Express Express event that they had. That was it was going on simultaneously right next door in the same kind of ballroom area. And that was really cool because kids got to go meet Santa, got to, take a break from all the hospital drama that they've been going through, and could come down and get a toy and do some activities. It was pretty cool.
What else did you see going on at the events?
Yeah, so there was just this huge wall of toys for these kids to come pick out whatever they wanted. And a lot of these kids were picking out toys bigger than themselves. I saw one kid carrying a giant pogo stick around.
Oh,
there was
wow.
another kid that picked out some action figures, and it was really nice because if they had their siblings with them, they could also pick out a toy. So that
is so sweet.
Yeah, it was a great event all around, and I know this is the second year they did the Holiday Express event, and from who I spoke with, they said that it's only gotten bigger from last year. There's more kids this year, so it'll be really intriguing to see where that event goes in 10 years from now.
I know holidays aren't fun. Holidays as a child aren't fun. Holidays as a child during the holiday, the hospitals aren't fun. So
yeah,
it's just good to see some holiday cheer for the kids.
Absolutely, and I can't even imagine being admitted to the hospital during the holidays, and going through some of the worst times for some of these families. So, being able to spread some holiday cheer is always a good thing, I think. All
right, well, thank you, Jack. Now, here's a story that has people talking. Also a topic that our movie expert, Jack Wozikis, we're trusting you know all about this. Today, Netflix announcing they are acquiring Warner Brothers. That's including its film and television studios. The deal is worth more than $87 billion.
U.S. lawmakers are saying the deal seems like a nightmare, forcing Americans into higher prices for subscriptions and fewer choices on how they watch content. People are also arguing it will have huge impacts on theaters. I don't know about that. I firmly believe that, COVID couldn't kill the movie theater business. I don't think this is going to have too much of an impact on it. Now, maybe that means that for Warner Brothers movies that are releasing in theaters, maybe they have a shorter window, theatrical release window, and then it goes to Netflix, and then it goes to streaming. So I don't think it'll have too much of an impact, but I'm curious to see where it goes, for sure.
I like going to the movie theater.
I love going to the movies. I go once a week. to the movies. Jack in the Box Office. I go once a week. This week I'm going to see Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Okay.
And there's some movies are meant to be seen in a theater.
Like we saw Now You See Me in the movie.
Now You See Me.
Now You Don't. That was a good movie theater watch. And
I think of if your big movie, Avengers Endgame, or if those were sent to streaming, it wouldn't have that same appeal.
We also, it doesn't have the same appeal because of the souvenirs, right? I'm looking forward to all the Michael Jackson gear that's coming out.
Yes, like the popcorn buckets, the cups, and
We just saw that with Wicked, or they had the setups, the cardboard. I took when one of them days came out, they had the cardboard. I went to the movie theater, took a picture. It's an experience going to the movies.
I will never, ever forget sitting in the theater opening night for Spider-Man No Way Home and seeing Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland all together on screen, the whole audience erupted.
Right.
Like it's an experience to be in a theater with opening night with a bunch of other people
right.
that love what you're seeing. The theaters will never die. I don't think so.
I don't think
Never.
so. It's an experience.
No.
All right, when we come back on the headlines, we've got Austin Feeman in the Twin Cities talking about a new popular coffee shop that is coming to Bloomington. We'll let you know all about the impact we'll have on the local economy. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Here's our next local story of the day. A coffee shop chain is opening its first location for the state in Bloomington.
WMBD's Austin Feeman joins us now live from the Twin Cities newsroom to explain why Bloomington was chosen for this chain and the economic impacts it could have on the city. So, Austin, what coffee shop is opening and what are the details?
Yes, Jack and Brianna. So, Dutch Bros is coming to Bloomington. It is official. They have started to demolish the building that was. They started demolishing. They started demolishing the building that they will be building on top of. So they are going in the location of the old Bandanas Barbecue on IAA Drive in Bloomington. They've already torn down the building completely, and they're going to rebuild the brand new Dutch Bros, weather permitting, in the next few months or so. They're hoping to start building as soon as possible, but you know, with the snow and ice and everything, it's a little hard to build. But there's no official open date yet. I believe they're shooting for early 2026 is when they want to open. But yeah, this is the first one in the entire state, which is a really big deal. And the fact that it's in Bloomington is even a bigger deal.
That is amazing.
That's awesome. I mean, first place in Illinois. That's incredible. So why'd they choose Bloomington?
Yeah, so there was a few reasons that they choose Bloomington over any other city in Illinois, like Chicago or Peoria or Springfield. The main one is that Bloomington, the city of Bloomington, is easy to work with for developers. That was the kind of biggest reason that they chose Bloomington, is because they have kind of streamlined their process for developers when they're going through the city, you know, talking all the things out, you know, all the things that the city needs to be involved in when building a new building or a new business coming to Bloomington. Jeff Jurgens, the city manager of Bloomington, he straight up told me, you know, developers like working with the city of Bloomington. It's plain and simple. They like working with them. And a big reason for that is the past few months, the city has been reworking their process for developers and whatnot, and they've cut the time down it takes to go through that entire process from about 6 months to 10 to 14 days. Now, that's a big deal because the quicker they can move through these developers and, you know, do all the things that they need to do with them, with between 10 and 14 days, I mean, they could get at least 2 new buildings or 2 new businesses in Bloomington per month, which is a huge, huge deal. You know, it's going to bring a lot of economic impact to Bloomington, a lot of development, a lot of new development, and also the Dutch Bros is located in the heart of a lot of the businesses here in Bloomington. You know, it's right off Veterans Parkway. It's right over by Empire Crossing and Eastland Mall. Although Eastland Mall is kind of dying right now. There's still a lot of businesses over there that are thriving in that area. You know, at Empire Crossing, there's Dick's Sporting Goods, there's Ashley Furniture, Five Below, all those different businesses there that are thriving, and now Dutch Bros is going to join them and hopefully thrive as well.
All righty. Thank you so much, Austin. We appreciate the breakdown. All right. Well, since I love movies, here's a story that me and our producer, Sarah, are very excited about. Camp Rock 3 is coming out next year. It's the iconic Disney Channel movie featuring Demi Lovato and the Jonas Brothers. Check it out, the trailer that just dropped the other day.
I'm Shane. You up for a canoe ride later?
I wouldn't miss it.
This is where Connect 3 connected. We used to love this place. Your music has to be who you really are. It's got to show how you feel, or it doesn't mean anything. Music, friendship, memories, we're back. Exactly where we're supposed to be. Still no birdhouse.
I definitely hope Kevin gets his birdhouse. If you've seen the first two, you know he's always trying to get his birdhouse. But
Okay.
I'm very excited for this. I consider myself a camp rocker.
Okay.
I was in that prime demographic when the first one came out. I was a big fan of these movies growing up. Definitely. Yeah. Well, Camp Rock 3 is not only in the works, but it's coming out next summer. The film stars the Jonas Brothers, Joe, Nick, and Kevin. Demi Lovato is confirmed as an executive producer, but not listed in the cast. Fans hope she will still make a surprise cameo. I absolutely hope Demi Lovato is in this movie.
I hope so for you too, Jack.
If she's not, it just won't feel right. It won't feel complete. We need all the Jonas Brothers, and we need Demi Lovato. Come on.
For your sake, Jack, I hope she. I hope she is in the movie.
So. Gosh, and you've never seen it?
No, I told you I was phasing out, but we talked about this earlier. It was Camp Rock, Cheetah Girls 3, and High School Musical 3 all came out the same year. Disney was in their bag
They
in
were
2008.
doing so good in 2008.
And it looks like the Jonas Brothers are trying to be in their bag because they just had their movie
their
released
Christmas
early.
movie.
Right, so.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
So.
We need High School Musical 4.
Really?
Yes, really, absolutely. We absolutely need it. All right, we've got one more local story for you when we return on Beyond the Headlines. We're sitting down with one of our reporters to talk about Santa Train.
Welcome back. Our last story is a holiday treat for you. Communities kick off the Christmas season in various ways, from tree lighting ceremonies to parades and concerts.
The holiday season also starts on schedule in Pike County, Kentucky, but as Marvin Bartlett reports, it arrives a little differently. Check it out.
These days, it's not common to see large crowds waiting for a train to arrive, especially in mountain communities that haven't seen passenger service in decades. There must be a VIP on board.
Santa sees you. Merry Christmas.
This is the CSX Santa Train, which has been transporting St. Nick into Appalachian coal country since 1942, on a route that runs from Pike County, Kentucky to Kingsport, Tennessee. Generations of families have received gifts this way, stuffed animals thrown by Santa, and toys, clothing, and food handed out by an army of his helpers.
They were excited that it was the quickest they got ready in a long time.
The train makes 12 stops in Kentucky and Virginia, with people lining up for hours in tiny communities where a quarter of the people live in poverty, a region where thousands of coal mining jobs have disappeared.
That's why I told my grandson, I said, there's a lot of kids that don't get anything, so this means a lot to those families.
On this run, the first stops of the day came while it was still dark in Kentucky, with heavy rain not dampening spirits in Elkhorn City. But there was light at the end of the tunnel as later in the morning, the skies cleared and the crowds grew larger.
It's my first time and it's really, really fun.
The Kingsport Chamber of Commerce started this more than 8 decades ago to thank the mountain people who made long trips to the city to do their shopping, and the railroad was more than happy to get on board.
These folks in these communities host us every day. They host the railroad, and so to be able to do something like this to give back to them is really important to us.
As the annual visit grew in popularity, so did the train. Now 13 cars long, loaded down with 15 tons of Christmas cargo.
It takes a train this long because of the volume of gifts Santa will give out. By the end of the 110-mile route, volunteers will have distributed more than 35,000 toys, books, and backpacks.
Santa couldn't be more welcome anywhere. He's greeted by cheers
Santa!
and music and signs. There are smiles for miles.
This is God's country. I mean, this is to ride through these gorges over here and see the beauty. It's hard to beat.
I like how they hand out lots of presents for Christmas and for lots the kids.
I enjoy seeing children, but they enjoy it, and I enjoy it for them.
We have not walked a mile in anyone's shoes that's out here in these crowds. And we know that the toys and the goods that are going out, they're going to find the people that need them.
It really starts the holiday season off right for this community, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful thing to have.
I see Santa Claus.
The stops are brief, just 10 or 15 minutes long, but they create memories that will last a lifetime. And folks around here know
Merry Christmas.
Santa will be back same time next year. His train always runs on time.
That was a beautiful story.
That was awesome. A lot of presents on that train.
Right. That it just said like 12 stops between Kentucky and Virginia. That is amazing.
Crazy to think Santa could fit all those presents in his bag.
Right. And nice that they kept that going even after like the coal mining drive kind of shifted away.
Very cool. Very cool.
Now, if you work in TV like us, you can always have something go terribly wrong on camera. But the reporter in New Zealand got an unwelcome surprise while recording one of her stories. Take a look.
Going to be short-lived. Do again?
See if you get a hole flutter.
Yeah.
That's Jessica Tyson. She was recording a segment outdoors when a bird hit her in the face in between takes. She had a cut above her eye and was bleeding a little, but is otherwise okay.
I'd be done for the day.
I would go home. I'd go home.
Wow. Obviously, I have to go to the hospital to get my eye checked out, so I'm already gone for the day.
Wow, that bird must be bad at flying.
Right, because usually, I mean, I thought it was going to be like it, you know, pooped on her or something, but it just
hit her.
Mayday right into her, like.
Wow, I wonder what he was going for. I mean, maybe she had like a necklace and thought it was like food or something. I don't know.
Something shiny that caught its attention.
Have you ever had any horror stories when going live or anything?
Besides people trying to like be in your camera or something, no.
Yeah.
That's.
People behind you going, peace, jumping in the background.
I had kids do that purposely. We had Parkapalooza with the bounce houses. So I told them, I was like, look, we got to wait because they were doing it. And I was like, look, I'll get y'all in the next shot. You just got to wait and work. So we made it work.
I usually just tell them, we're not going live. And then they leave, and then they walk away. That's what I tell them.
We were on the bounce houses. That's when we had the big bounce house. So it was fun. I was jumping on camera. The kids were jumping on me. So I just had to work with them, you know.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw that story.
You didn't see? Oh,
I got it. That sounds like a good time. I love a bounce house.
Yeah.
I'll go in a bounce house all day.
That was a good time. Sarah was my photog, actually, that day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, and as a kid, I would go in the bounce house all day. Like my
you did the snow angel the other day. It was fun. Got to do some good live shots with Jack.
I try.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's Beyond the Headlines.
Yeah, you can find all these stories and more over on our website, ciproud.com. We'll see you back here on Monday.
For breaking news and weather updates 24/7, log on to ciproud.com and download the free CI Proud to Go mobile app.